On a dark night in June 2023, by the Thames River, a local resident heard strange noises from a distance. When he approached, he discovered the body of a man, decapitated and discarded. The resident immediately alerted the police, and authorities quickly arrived, securing the crime scene. The victim's body was discovered in a horrifying state. His body dismembered, with small stab wounds suggesting he had been attacked with a sharp knife. The police believed the murder to be highly professional and speculated it was not a typical robbery gone wrong. The police proceeded to examine the crime scene. A knife with unusual fingerprints was found near the body. They also discovered the victim's wristwatch, but there were no signs of a struggle. Investigator James Parker, the head of the investigation team, suspected the case might involve a personal connection or deep-seated grudge. Witnesses stated they heard the sound of a motorcycle around p.m., but no one saw the rider's face clearly. Several suspects emerged during the investigation. First, John Smith, the victim's close friend, who had previously had a financial dispute with the victim. However, Smith denied any involvement in the case. Next, Sarah Johnson, the victim's wife, had a complex relationship with the victim and was suspected of being involved with another man. She had a solid alibi on the night of the murder. Lastly, Michael Davis, a business partner of the victim, had been accused of fraud by the victim, and they had an intense confrontation shortly before the murder. Davis seemed to have a clear motive. The police continued to investigate the victim's relationships and the suspects, collecting further evidence from the victim's close associates. They discovered that Davis had been near the crime scene the night of the murder, though he claimed no involvement. A search of Davis's home uncovered a knife with dried blood, matching the type found at the crime scene. With this critical evidence, the police launched a manhunt for Davis. After a few days of investigation, and through anonymous tips, they discovered Davis had fled the city. A coordinated operation was launched, and Davis was apprehended while attempting to leave the country. When arrested, Davis could no longer deny his involvement, as the evidence, including fingerprints on the knife and his contentious relationship with the victim, was undeniable. He admitted that the murder was the result of a dispute over assets. Davis had planned to kill the victim to eliminate his rival and seize the assets the victim owned. The police concluded the case, and Davis was arrested and faced the death penalty. This case not only clarified the motive behind the murder, but also highlighted the ruthlessness involved in personal disputes over wealth.